Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Occult Chronicles. So I've been looking at the heroic feat defenses, and I think I'd like to have one of them. We have enough points to take one, so let's go ahead and do it. So these will be useful for traps, which I'm becoming more and more nervous about. While traps give us some experience, sanity, and life if we dodge them, and maybe courage, they also can give you horrible wounds, and I'm very nervous as we go down to the basement that we'll get some of those horrible wounds. So I'm thinking... I think we're going to use Burst of Speed, which will allow us to roll a bonus select X non-face cards in hand, where X is the number of cups rolled, and bump their cup values up plus Y, where Y is your cup's attribute, plus X. Then draw a card, which will basically says add 10 to all the non-face cards in my hand. Let's select this. And that should show up now as a usable item here in cups. And it costs 1 to 2 courage per use, so we've reduced the cost to 0 to 1 now for Burst of Speed. Very, very helpful. Remember that we also still have whatchamacallit with us, our Braveheart, which is gonna let us use these a whole hell of a lot. Okay, let's keep moving. Oh, speaking of a trap, poison gas trap. You feel your foot press down on a pressure plate, and then hear a click as the tablets hit the pan of acid. A cloud of poisonous gas erupts from the floor beneath you. Oof, 7 target, but 7 tricks and 7 draw. It doesn't matter which one we do. So, we'll fall to the floor to avoid the gas. You notice that the gas is rising in a cloud. You're supposed to evade traps? Is rising in a cloud as if it was being shot upward. You decide to cover your mouth and hit the deck to get out of the way. Alright, well let's try our Burst of Speed. Let's see how well this works for us. Well, actually, first let's look at our hand. So this is perfect. We have a bunch of numbers, and we're going to need them to be high to win. Although they're already pretty high, but let's make them even higher. So Burst of Speed it will be. Perform the feat. So we roll our Cup's Bone. We got a 5. Select 5 cards in hand and bump their values up 11. I accept. So we want that. Our 7. Oh, it must have selected for us? And that gives us now all 10s. Now I just have to hope that we get what we need, not tentacles. Of course, we can still lose if we get only enemy face cards. Oh my god. You misjudge the cloud and fall right through it. You hope that you don't get any in your lungs. Oh god! Alright, well, whatever. Oh, holy crap. Did we actually use... Right, but we didn't use any courage. Okay, so it was free. We need to go down to look at that one tapestry. So let's do so. A reanimated skeleton! It seems impossible, but a human skeleton steps in front of you from out of the gloom. It hisses at you. And you smell the breath of death. Oh, I should have read that. Oh, this is horrible. Ooh. Wow, we were doing really well. Like, we're still doing really well, but oof, if we get a few more card draws like that, we will not be doing so well. You wonder if a curse or a necromancer of some skill has summoned a spirit to animate this bag of bones. Was it sent after you? You remember from your briefings that its decayed appearance can be deceptive, and prepare yourself. You will need to fight or flee. We have a gun, but I don't really want to use bullets, and we have a good chance of just beating it up. You've got a bone to pick with this skeleton. If you hack it to pieces, you suspect it won't be getting back up. And this is a horrible hand. So we can use Reckless Charge to bump down their cards. Let's do so. We bump the cards values down on 3 random, not yet revealed cards, and then we draw 3 more cards. I'm gonna play the Page. It's always good to play a Page of Pentacles if you draw anything, because no matter what, it gives you 3 points. We only have the King of Wands. So that was already a great idea, because those 2 cards, I think we had the Page of Pentacles before, but we definitely didn't have the King. That was definitely a card that we've lowered, so that helped us get even more points. Wow, nice. I think the Heroic Charge let us win. We don't need to use our guns here. So, let's win. You won the battle. You knock the head off and separate the spine from the rib cage. An arm is lying over by itself. The spell is broken, and the thing goes still. Well, we can refill the Colt. Put all 3 bullets in it. And we got 3 more experience points. Holy crap. Let's increase our swords. And then let's save our game. Okay, so we know we're here for a key. This is obviously the key for the Red Hand card game ritual that you found earlier. You decide to examine the tapestry more closely to decipher the key. This might be risky. We have 2 kings. What does this do? Flash of Genius. Roll 1 bone and then select a not revealed trick card and reveal it. If the card is a face card, then add 2 times X. Oh, yeah, there's no reason not to use it. It only uses 1 courage. If I guess right, we'll get 12 points. Let's go for this one. Damn it. Nothing. Okay. Oh well. Well, we can still win. Success! You almost didn't see it at first, but the key is built into the movements of the 2 armies of knights as they prance around the battlefield. You quickly note down the corresponding cards and their locations. Anytime I get a point of experience, I'm going to save the game. I guess there's 1 more. I'm thinking we're going to take a ranged edge or a combat edge next. Or actually, we'll probably pick a locked device edge next. Yeah, we're going to want that. Alright, do I want to check behind here? I think we do. A haunted painting of a coward. You notice an odd painting hanging on the wall is a portrait of a man dressed in 19th century clothing who appears to be completely petrified with fear. He holds a dueling pistol in both hands, and a group of undertakers in the background seem to be digging a grave. Suddenly, the portrait seems to animate and come to life. The coward looks at you with an imploring expression, as if he was seeking your help. You could swear that you can hear the gravediggers laughing. Resist the horror. You stare at the man in the painting, and his fear seems contagious. You fight to keep your sanity. Oof. Your mind is weak. The coward's fear is infectious. You start to whimper as well. How embarrassing this must be for you. Well, you didn't give me any good cards, game. The coward in the portrait seems to be actually shivering. He seems to be fumbling with his dueling pistol, and you fear he will discharge it accidentally. There is obviously a spirit trapped in the painting by some sorcerous curse. You can destroy it, use sorcery to dispel it, duel the ghost, flee the cowardly ghost, stopping power, or shoot it with a shotgun. So, we have a good chance to just destroy the painting. So let's do that. The portrait is obviously possessed by a ghost. Destroying the painting should either drive it away or really make it angry. It's worth a try. Wow, these cards are terrible. Let's reckless charge? Okay, so we bumped down 4 cards, because all I got are numbers. There's no reason not to use it. Let's play the queen. Although we'll beat a knight, I'm very nervous about a king showing up here. And this is worth 5 points just for playing her. Wow, almost all cups. You knock the painting off the wall and end up breaking it into small pieces. You don't feel a supernatural presence anymore, and you wonder where it went. That's awesome. Okay, so we can complete the other quest. That was upstairs. Yeah, I think once we get we get 2 more tokens, we've got to go downstairs very quickly. In the meantime, we've got some more time to get some easy experience points. Just looking around really quick, is there anything else down here? Oh, we're still looking for the polar bear. Oh, and we need to turn that quest in. And I'd like to ring the gong, because I know what that is now. I completed that quest with a different person. It's actually pretty awesome. Our pentacles are low, though, but hopefully we can still win. The strange wrench. You see a large wrench that has been attached to a very old steam pipe that runs along the top of the wall. The wrench seems to be the focus of something supernatural, possessing a slight aura of some sort. The aura radiates a hint of eldritch evil as far as you can tell, but it's more like a warning. Danger. Caution. Alright, well, wow, with only 3 draw, we're leaving it there. Alien Patrol. You have stumbled into an armed patrol of alien troopers. They're where... Oh, we've read this before. We can just beat them up. There's a good chance we'll get ammo. Let's use our gun. Let's use stopping power. You know, there's no reason not to use reckless charge every single time we get a chance. Bump the card down 6 on 6 random yet revealed trick cards. We now 1. Oh, sorry, and plus we drew 3 more cards. 6 more cards. You won the battle! Let's see what we get. Oh, there was 1 more card, too. Damn it. Wow. Our guns are now filled up, and we've even got more experience, didn't we? This is simply ridiculous. I've never had a game go so well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good tokens drawn. We have an extraordinary amount of experience. We have good items. We're gonna die horribly to traps, I guarantee it. Let's take a lock device edge. And I think Master Lockpick's pretty decent by lowering the target level of the lock challenge. I also like Deft Touch. What have we got here? Oh, that could be really useful. Mechanical manipulator. The face value of face cards I have in my hand at the end of a lock challenge get added to my trick score. Let's try this. It's probably not the best thing that we can pick, but I'm taking it anyway. Ooh, my fraps buttons are still showing. The ghostly seance. Wow. You notice the crystal ball set in the large wooden table almost immediately. You've obviously stumbled upon a seance room of some type. As you approach the crystal ball, it suddenly fills with a swirling cloud of white smoke, and a face materializes inside. Resist the horror. You are caught off guard by the sudden appearance of the supernatural fortune teller. Mind is strong. You have seen things far worse than this. In fact, this isn't your first run-in with a crystal ball and a fortune teller. Oh, is that what prompted us to come here? The face of the smoke begins to speak. You soon realize that it doesn't seem to be aware that you are even there. It seems to be communicating with the spirit world directly. You catch glimpses of motion around the periphery of the table. Ghost shapes soon appear, seated around the table. You could swear you hear a tambourine rattle. Nope. The only problem is that our pentacles are so low that we will not be surviving any of those encounters. Now, I've never been up into whatever this is. This must be the attic or the third floor. Obviously, it is the third floor. I'm really nervous. Hopefully it's not as dangerous as the basement is. Oh, God. This is the thing. This is the thing from, oh, Silent Hill. Khufu head. Khufu head? You have suspected that you were being followed for some time. When the opportunity to confront your tale arises, you grab it. You can't believe your eyes at first. Standing alone in the gloom is one of the most bizarre creatures you have ever seen. It seems to be wearing some type of pyramid hat on its head. It certainly does look dangerous. Resist the horror. This creature looks like the product of some lunatic's nightmare or drug-fueled hallucinations. Only 2 draw. Holy crap. Listen to the music. You observe the twisted creature and wonder how it can move around with that cumbersome thing hung over its head. You heard stories about dream creatures manifesting and stalking locations where a convergence of psychic energies happened. You remember a case that required odd agents to clean out an entire town. The Silent Mountain event of 1922. So the Silent Hill. The good news is that this creature is not a ghost and can't be hurt by conventional means. Good. Then we can shoot it to death. Oh, wow, this is actually kind of tricky. Shotgun it is. And, because I can, we will heroic charge. 3 cards are reduced by 3. And we drew 3 other cards, none of which were face cards. You're freaking kidding me. Won? Wow, probably thanks to our ability. Is that right? No, actually, our ability did not help us win. We would have won anyway. Oh, then maybe we didn't have the card, so we'll still take it. I don't need to use any of my weapons because we've already won. The thing is amazingly quick and agile. You trade blows, but it is no match for you. music to this game is incredible. More malevolent shadows. We only get 2. We failed. They're much tougher up here. And they will be tougher to defeat. Holy crap, much tougher to defeat. We have 6 draw. I think we can get another trick. Try again, get another trick. Okay, we defeated them again. I'm gonna need my wands up if I want to win more psychic stuff. A pile of junk. You notice a small pile of junk clearing up a section of the floor. Upon closer examination, you see an assortment of typical cast-off items, broken pieces of this and that. It doesn't look like, well... no reason not to do this. Yes! 10 points! Ooh! How do you like it, King? How do you like it? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't wait to see what we got in this. This thing I wouldn't have won otherwise. Yes! You can find the strangest things in junk piles, maybe. Some bullets at least. And a sanity. Hey, I'm not gonna complain. We'll take it. The traps up here are probably horrific. A giant green ooze. You'll come face to face with a green ooze. You didn't even notice it at first. It sticks to the ceiling, hidden in the shadows, waiting for an ambush. It suddenly drops to the floor with a sickening, squishing sound and forms up in front of you. Resist the horror. Well, we definitely have lost. Well, fighting it is an option, and we may as well. Let's use some bullets, so this way we can pick some up later. Let's use our pistol. And because we can... oh wait, this got lowered somehow. Oh, it's 1 to 2 per use. Oh, I thought it was just 1 per use. Okay. Oof, that was terrible, but we did draw another extra card. And we won. You play defense at first and manage to avoid its attacks. Then, when opportunity presents itself, you go all out and shoot it to death. It doesn't have any discernible organs, but you punishing it bullets soon put it out of commission. So I need to pay attention to that. How many bullets did we use as well? 3? 3. A broken robot. Oh, I gotta sneeze. 1 second. You see a strange mechanical man over near the far wall, hunching slightly forward. It looks like it has been deactivated or run out of power somehow. You have heard stories about these things from the old hands at the Odd HQ. Robots, they were called. Apparently there have been attempts by several nefarious organizations to build armies of them to conquer the world. Oh, the floor suddenly collapses under your feet. The floor beneath your feet then suddenly gives way without any warning. Is it rotten wood or a trap? You don't even have time to contemplate the question. So, this will drop me to the floor, I think, but I'll take less damage. These keep me up here, but are slightly harder to do. We'll try jumping to the side. It's not far to the side. You instinctively launch yourself through the air and land on stable ground. Maybe. We can use our burst of speed. Let's... we don't have a lot of courage, though. What is this? This is the... This bumps up things in my hand. Which I don't need. We have almost all 9s, and we have high values. We're not going to use burst of speed. Alright, we won. Good thing we had the knight here, not there. You fly through the air as the floor drops from under you. As you hit the side, you tuck into a roll and come up in a crouch. Whew. And we can no longer improve our statistics. We are done with that. Giant spiders. Your attention is drawn to an array of thick spider webs that cover the walls and ceiling. It strikes you odd how strong the strands look. A sudden chill shoots down your spine, and you realize that there is a human-like form cocooned within the web. That's when you see the movement and hear the distinctive chittering of the giant spiders. Resist the horror. You have seen photographs of victims recovered from creatures like these. They are not pretty. Your mind is strong. You have seen things far worse than this. These creatures are scary, and by standard measuring 4 or 5 feet across, but you've heard stories of much bigger ones. They are aggressive, and will defend their territory and their food. We have a decent chance just to beat them up. We have an even better chance of using our shotgun. Let's use our shotgun on these things. Do I need to use heroic charge? No, I think we're good. We can always decide to change our mind later. And we won, just like that. It wouldn't have helped us unless we had drawn other swords, it seems anyway. You almost feel bad for these things, but then you remember the body in the web. The body cocooned in the web has been dead for some time and most likely sucked dry. You can't determine whether it was a man or a woman. You decide to cut away some of the web that encapsulates the body and see if you can identify it or find anything that might help you. We don't have a good chance at this, though. It's a perception edge. We're gonna leave it alone. Although... No, I'm not gonna win. I'm gonna need at least a face card. We leave it alone. More spiders! Okay, well we just fought these things. We've failed. Middle one. Oh, thank goodness. Measuring 4 or 5 feet across, these creatures are on the small side, but from what you've read in the old case file... but that doesn't mean that you should underestimate them. Many of these giant species have fast-acting neurotoxin poisons, and that can quickly render you helpless. You also notice the extensive web network that covers certain areas of the room. If you get caught up in one of those, you might be in trouble. We're just going to beat this one up. It's time for some bug hunting. You remember Raskak, your old drill instructor at the Odd Economy? He always loves a good bug hunt. It's not the worst hand in the world. We could... well... sure, we'll heroic charge. Ugh. Terrible, but we did draw an extra card, and it was a Ten of Pentacles. And we have to spend it right away on the Queen. Oof, game. You won, you tear the things apart, and soon there are bug legs and guts everywhere. Well, this area is tough and not very rewarding. We should probably look to head back downstairs. There's probably another way down. On the other side, a writhing mass of insects. You notice that the floor in front of you seems to be moving. You step closer, thinking that it must be some sort of optical illusion. Suddenly you step on something and it makes a squishing noise. You look down and see a writhing carpet of insects covering the floor. Scattered around the insects are the bones of their victims. Resist the horror. Your mind is strong. We have seen things far worse than this. After all, you spent 2 weeks at the odd survival school eating bugs and some other things that you would rather not think about. Step across the insects. Step your way back you came. Let's go back. If we can. That bumps the values up in my hand? I think I need that. Let's draw a card. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, look at that! My ability saved me! You back away from the master colony of bugs, watching your steps so that you can crush as few as possible under your feet. Okay, this is a mistake. We need to go back. We're done up here. I don't like up here. Life support fully functional. The chief alien engineer has stabilized the saucer's environmental controls. If you stay inside the saucer too long, the atmosphere inside will eventually kill you. That was our first bad token. All challenges that involve swords as a primary suit receive a -1 modifier to the number of cards drawn to the player's hand while this story token is active. We're about halfway now. So it's time for us to turn in what quests we have and get out of here. More of you guys. We're drawing one less card now because of that story card. Oops. The burning ghost! Sure, from out of nowhere, a ghost appears bathed in flames and begins running towards you. Resist the horror! Your eyes wind into disbelief as the ghost heads directly at you, all the time seeming to be trying to put out the flames by patting its hands all over its body. Although he makes no sound, you can swear that you hear him screaming in your mind. We need both of those to show up for us to win. And we can't have another face card. Oh, holy crap! Yeah, let's see what we would have gotten. This would have been bad. Alright, good thing we did what we did. Your mind is strong. We have seen worse things than this. Well, we can't defeat it, so let's just get away. I hate running. Running has a good chance for us to take courage penalties, but we're going to try to run. Ah! Lost 2 courage as well. Oh, I chose the wrong thing. We failed. Well, now we're gonna stay. We lost 2 courage from burst of speed. That sucks. Yeah, I hate fleeing. It was really painful because gaining courage is almost impossible. Oh, the possessed stuffed polar bear! You thought at first it was some type of decorative statue, but as you get closer you realize that it's a large stuffed animal. While its white fur, black nose, and ferocious claws reveal it to be a polar bear, in point of fact, suddenly the polar bear begins to stir. A ghostly green vapor seems to be animating it. You have seen this type of possession before, and it never ends well. Resist the horror. You find yourself fighting a wave of panic that threatens to turn your mind into jelly. Game, I hate you too. Your mind is weak. You sink down to your knees and almost seem to be praying for help. Come on, show some courage. I would. Gave me some cards. The stuffed polar bear is animated by a spirit of some sort. It doesn't read as evil, but you sense a tremendous rage behind it. It won't care what your intentions are. You are alive, and it isn't. It rears itself up on 2 feet and awaits your move. It obviously has no intention of fleeing. You sense that it feels cornered here and intends to fight to the finish. Well, our best bet is to beat it up. It's possessed by some sort of spirit, but you know you can do some damage to the vessel that holds it. Maybe. I think we need Reckless Charge for this one. Let's see what we get with our first card here. Oh, actually, we could... Oh, we won. Just like that. Good thing I didn't do it. There was almost no number cards there. And we wouldn't have got enough for our ace to make that worth it. You won the battle. The polar bear's body is a shattered mess. The head has come off. Good, that's what we needed. Holy crap! Another gun! Was it a duel? Did I duel the polar bear? Well, I'm not going to complain. That's awesome. Wouldn't have minded getting a melee weapon, though, because I think those just increase your stats flat out. The Gentleman Ghost. You see the ghostly wisps of smoke rising to the ceiling. You follow the wisps down to a large, comfortable leather chair sitting in the gloom. Suddenly, you see the illumination of a cigar end, and that a ghost materializes sitting in the chair. Resist the horror. You're confronted with a supernatural manifestation that sends a chill down your spine. We might win. Your mind is weak. When the ghostly smoke clears, you feel that you have lost a small part of your sanity. Left to. Can we communicate with it? Oof, not a lot of tricks, but we do have 7 draw. You decide to use your psychic's talents as a medium to try to find out what the ghost is doing here. You might have information that can help you. Nope. Come on. I shouldn't complain, right? We've been doing so well this game. Oh, I'm fighting it now. That's, I hit the wrong button. Maybe I didn't dismiss the ghost. Alright, let's try communicating with it again. You sit down in the chair across from him and enter a trance. Mistaking you for a servant, he thinks you are impertinent at first. Then he realizes that you still might be able to help him. He needs a favor done. Okay, so let's save the game. We're going to struggle with sanity down below. The Ghost Handyman. You are suddenly confronted with the appearance of a ghost that seems to phase in from out of thin air. It stares at you, and then turns away to kneel down and mimic the act of working on something around the sink. Suddenly, ghostly red tentacles leap out from the plumbing, and the ghost works valiantly to keep them at bay. Despite all your training, the manifestation sends tendrils of fear deep into your mind. Resist the horror. You must steel your resolve and steady your nerves. Pick up your sanity. Take a deep breath. Just another day in the odd. Oh, what's our chance to talk to him? Oh, okay, we'll try this. We only have a target of 1. You establish contact and physically clear your throat. The ghost looks up at you with a troubled look on its face. It wants your help. Oh, the wrench! I won't be able to fix this without the wrench. Can you go and fetch it for me? I left it around here somewhere. Had a big leak and needed it to seal it. These damn things are everywhere. The ghost goes back to its work. It looks like a wrench might indeed help him out. You wonder just what type of wrench he needs. Alright, well, we have 4 points, and everything here is 4 points. I think this is a good place to stop it as well. So we're going to do that. I'm going to figure out where I'm going to spend these experience points, and I'll be back when I've figured it out, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hey everyone, actually only 39 minutes have elapsed since I went and checked the files length of time it's been recording for. We are at the halfway point, I just realized. We have 6 left, so we probably should be heading downstairs. We're going to turn in what we've got, and then go downstairs. It's time. We're probably going to die horribly to our horror checks because we're sanity. Our pentacles are only 2. That's what I decided we were going to do, though. Now, we have 4 points, and combat edge is what I want. And I think we're going to pick... I think hero. X is subtracted from the target level at the start of any combat challenge, where X is the level of the edge. We can go up to 3 on that. Next. The next chance I get, I'm probably going to be playing the sun, so I can increase all my edges. We didn't find that, unfortunately. But let's turn this quest in right here. Okay, so... Oh! I'm sorry, we actually have to do it. So we're going to... play the deck using the key. Now that you have the key, you should be able to play the deck in relative safety. Ooh, not with this hand. You light the candle and go to deal out the next 2 cards, but the candle goes out. Is there something you hear I'm missing here? Try that again. I need pentacles. Show me pentacles. Screw you, game. Screw you. Okay, thank God. That was terrible. You light the candle, evoke the words in the key corresponding to the current hand, and you deal out the next 2 cards. The shield and the dagger. The candle flickers out, but you have a vision. No, it isn't a vision. It's an urge to deal out 1 more card. You've continued the game and dealt 2 more cards. The candle has flickered out, almost as if someone or something had blown it out. You relight the candle and decide how to proceed. You draw 1 final card from the deck. Blood. You feel faint. Your vision begins to blur and you think that you are looking down at a long black tunnel. A wave of red is approaching. You awaken in a cold sweat. You have no idea how long you've been unconscious. Tattered diary. Requires you to... Oh, a support item! Alright, we'll take a look at what Search Diary does for us. It's very hard to get support items. Roll 1 bone